Hello, everybody, and welcome to Reddit freaks me out, or I don't even know. I don't even know what to call the story yet. I'm just gonna say scary Reddit stories. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on AskReddit and we're gonna search on the scary genre because this entire channel is either supposed to be scary or funny or both, and we're going to delve into some unknown shit. So this is gonna be a lot of fun for you guys. Right off the bat, I just wanted to go a little slow first. But we're going to speed up real quick. And I'm going to put in some Borderlands 3 gameplay for you guys because I fucking love Borderlands 3. And I think it's like the best shit, the best shit in gameplay-wise. Story-wise, it's fucking stupid. Don't play it for the story. Don't ever play Borderlands 3 for the story because the story is trash, is poorly written. However, the fight scenes are pretty well written. So I recommend buying this if you want to shoot up shit. And there are some segments of the game where you can open world. Okay, I'm letting myself drone on. Anyways, let's get into the Reddit shit. Okay, Reddit, what's the most paranormal thing that's ever happened to you?
Previous response from myself pertaining to my family members. My family, grandpa, grandma, mom, 2 aunts, and uncle, went camping at Bonnie Reservoir in Colorado. This would have occurred in the early 60s. The children ranged from ages 1 to 13, with one of my aunts being the eldest, uncle being behind at 11, my mom at 7 or 8, and my other aunt at 1. My grandparents would have been in their 30s. They were camping in a Volkswagen bus, the camping model specifically. My grandfather was an experienced outdoorsman, having grown up in rural Illinois during the Depression. Growing up, my mom and siblings were took along on many camping trips. This particular trip was no different in its planning and remained routine until the evening, when my grandfather failed to return from a fishing excursion that he had undertaken by himself. 9 p.m. rolls around, and it's dark, blacker than the blackest black times infinity. The family is concerned. My grandfather has never been late like this. Now, according to my uncle and older aunt, my grandma decided to drive to the dock, which be a logical place to begin the search. My grandma started to drive around the lake, not realizing she had made a wrong turn. After 15 minutes or so, my younger aunt starts to fuss, and my grandma pulls off to the shoulder of the road to check on her. At this point, my mom, uncle, and older aunt have begun looking out the windows, and my uncle realizes they can't see the lake. My grandma has gotten the 1-year-old settled and she gets behind the wheel, and begins to make a 3-point turn to turn around. As soon as she fires up the bus, the 3 oldest kids see hundreds of rabbits running across the ground away from the left side of the road, the side that will be in view momentarily. As my grandma completes the first step of the turn, she throws the van in reverse, and realizes she can't back up as there is a 3 to 4 foot ditch behind her, and a similar ditch in front. She remembers putting the bus in park. A red light appeared in the distance, with rabbits scurrying along the ground away from it. The light turned white. Then red. It was sweeping back and forth. It looked like my grandfather's signaling light. He'd used it often and my family knew what it was. Now, as they are watching this light move back and forth, something slams into the hood, and bright white light floods the bus. My grandpa is up all night, after returning to the campsite late. He had run into an old friend on the water and stayed out later than anticipated. He got to the camp at midnight, and when he realized that his family was gone, he went to the ranger station and asked for assistance. They searched for them and were preparing to dredge in or dive for the vehicle, when the bus was spotted on an old service road, 20 miles or so from the lake. My grandpa was the first to get there. He walked to the door, and as soon as he opened it, my grandma fell out of the driver's seat and said, "Oh, thank God you're here." She landed in his arms, and began crying. Her watch, which was purchased less than 6 months prior as a birthday gift, had stopped at 11:15 p.m., which would have corresponded with the flash of light. The kids were sleeping soundly. They had no recollection after the flash. My entire family, minus my youngest aunt, have told the story. They have made drawings of it. I believe them. They have nothing to gain. They cry when they tell it. I get the goosebumps.
Holy shit, this was quite the good story right here. I like the one about the red rabbits parts, but this is an insanely, this is one of those stories where it has the detail, and it also lacks enough detail to be believable. Like, it has a lot of detail, but then again, you know, the person doesn't want to say much. You know, maybe he wants to remain anonymous as well, so he doesn't. So this story is really detailed. This story kind of gave me the chills a little bit. Who the hell slammed on the hood of the car? That's fucking scary. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely crazy. This was an instance, a ghost appearance that really doesn't have any explanation whatsoever other than really an encounter. This was nothing but a random encounter. There was no explanation, you know, this is because usually you have to have affiliation with some kind of ghost or something, or you have to go to a certain area that is, you know, that's rumored to have a lot of ghosts. But having a random encounter, that's an insanely low cost odds of just, that's absolutely crazy. This is a great story. Alright guys, that is it for Ask Reddit. Number 1, I'm going to make a ton of these. A ton. And there will be a series. Hundreds of them. It will be crazy. It may be done daily. I'm not sure. I may not have the time to do them daily. Oh, by the way, this channel will never be monetized. I fucking hope so. I'll turn off the monetization. Hopefully, because this is just a channel where I want to chill with you guys and talk about scary stuff. Because I do love scary stuff. And we will ask Reddit for funny stuff as well and do other stuff. So, yeah.